recording for you. Okay. So for Kristen, should we put the manufactured home on mom's property? Or are there options? I still want to be in this, but I think I need to be in this other deck. This one. So I've got 3 of these decks, and it feels like I need to start here. So that's where we're going to start. Okay. So hopefully... Here, Kristen, should you put the manufactured homes on mom's property or other options? I want to get 3 cards. Ooh. Yes, yes, you can put it on mom's property. Yes, yes. Happy family times. There's connections and stuff going on here. You could put it on another property if you want, but the mom's option is something very, very interesting for you. This is the Happy Ever After +1. This is something where there will be daily, idiosyncratic, unusual, small blessings, interactions that come through on this. The answer is yes, you can put it on mom's property. You can put it wherever you want, but this card is just not letting me go. Look at right here, these ones right here. There's a generational gifting that comes through here. There's legacy. There's something about this. Now, it doesn't mean that doing this is the easiest thing in the world, because family is family, and sometimes whether it's mother or mother-in-law, either way, sometimes it's tricky to deal with. But there's a gift in that. There's a little bit of magic in that, and I'm not sure why. I want to look at this deeper. It's coming through really, really strong. What's going on with this? There is legacy and gifting. There's healing that happens with this. Yeah. If you do this, you're going to be opening up for the hugest adventure. Okay. Let me show you what we've got down here. Flip it down here. So this feels like adventure, adventure, adventure. 3 main lessons coming up. And then this card where the Knight of Wands moves forward. So you've got a card of victory. You've got Queen of Wands here and the King of Wands. There's a victory for the pair, the fiery, fiery pair. There's a victory as far as going forward for the fiery, fiery pair. This is something that needs to be done. Sometimes we think, okay, enough of family. And other times we need to have those times to make the memories, to overcome things. And this feels like this is a time where if you did this, it would help you overcome something. Doesn't make it necessarily easy, but it does make it something that is the gift in this. There's a breakthrough in this, and I'm not sure what this is about, but this is what it feels like. We've got the 9 of Cups coming through, leaving the rough waters for smooth. And this one comes through as if making this choice gives you a reprieve of some sort, whether it's financial, whether it's having somebody to help, like if you're moving it on the mom's property or whatever, and you have some grandma energy and grandma's nearby to deal with kids or help with kids at different times, that kind of energy. It feels like there's an extra gift in this, and that leaving the rough waters behind, it's going to help you gain some momentum to move forward, and you're going to learn some lessons in balance. You're going to learn how to harness some sort of energy to move forward. This is a huge, huge thing. Now let's see what else is going on down here. Let me flip this down. And I am recording this, and I put these up on YouTube after I'm done. I think I forgot to do that last time, but I will be sure to do it this time. Okay, here's the next one. And what we're getting here, the Ace of Wands, the new start. Again, the lesson in balance with justice. And then the shadow side. There is something that is breakthrough. This is the card of the Devil, where you have to take the toxic chains off and grow beyond them. And then the Knight of Wands, ready to do this. So I want to see what's coming in through this. I'm not as good at with these upside down as I am with them right side up for today. Now we can go into this deck for you. The answer I'm getting is yes. And the answer I'm getting, it doesn't mean that it's going to be a piece of cake, but it does feel like there is purpose in doing it that way. So that's what I'm getting as the answer is yes. The Empress, the Knight of Swords, and the 5 of Swords. Okay, the Empress, understanding what it is that you rule and reign over, understanding the mother energy, understanding your own role in going forward, holding your integrity and moving forward in truth is huge. And then this is a card of defeat, but it's coming in upside down, and it feels very much... you don't have to add insult to energy. You don't have to fight and play the right game at all. It comes in as undefeated. I'm getting the song Speechless coming through, and it's something about I will not be silent and speechless. You will find your voice in a different kind of a way. There's to thine own self be true. It's going to show you opportunities and layers of self and soul to come through with this. Anything else? That's gorgeous. It's really strong, potent, and tricky. It allows the new start. I love this for you. Love it, love it, love it. The Fool energy coming in so strongly here. Love it. What I'm getting is if you did move it to the mom's property, it would be an opportunity for growth. Would it be absolutely easy? No. Would it be absolutely gorgeous? Yes. It feels like this is one possibility, and there's other choices too, but the possibility and the lessons that can come through here are deeper kind of lessons, bigger kind of room for growth than you had anticipated. It's really, really gorgeous energy. Is happy ever after +1? Is there anything else you need to know about this going forward? I'm just getting this contentment in the long run, and I'm not sure why, but the contentment in the long run is something about this is feels necessary for the longer term. Long term. I'm getting okay. I'm getting something that's like a number 9, and I don't know if it's 9 years, 9 something, but I'm getting the number 9 coming through really strong, and I don't even know why I'm getting that. But a long term, it brings something to completion. It's actually going to end a period of strife. You've had some kind of strife going on here, and it needs to be ended. And what comes up in between is the balance in the relationship, the sword of truth that's coming through. This is the young boy, and this one always reminds me of my nephew when he was younger. It just kind of looks a little bit like him. And there's something about this that ends some turbulence, ends some turmoil. It's good to have a little bit of extended family around right now. And then the Emperor comes in. You had the Empress coming in really strongly in some of those others. You have the Emperor coming in now. There is a balance that is coming in. Again, we saw the balance in the Chariot. We saw it in the Justice card. There's something that needs to be balanced coming in. So whatever felt like the defeat or the issue, that the glitch, can be resolved over an extended period of time. Anything else? It's going to be work. There's going to be going to the higher ground on some sort of level. This is soul growth that is happening here. It's coming in work after the dark night of the soul. Brings back friendship, brings back lighthearted energy, brings back sweetness. This is what I've got coming through. So that's what I got for you. What's +1? I say happy ever after +1 because the wish card is the 9 of Cups. And so the 10 is one more beyond that. So it's happy ever after type of energy here. The wish card of the 9 of Cups is what your heart desires. And then even more than that, even more happiness than you would have expected. This is like one of the happiest cards in the deck. The Sun I think of as the happiest card in the deck, but this is emotional fulfillment. The Cups are all about emotion. And this is happy, happy, happy energy. It doesn't mean that it won't have some conflict. It doesn't mean that it's going to be easy. There's personalities that are involved here, right? So there might be a little bit of working out the kinks, but in the long run, it's a very good move to do this, and it feels like it's good for your soul. It feels like it's good for your family. That's what I've got, and that feels very complete. Yeah. And this is the Witch's Tarot from Eileen Dugan, and it's one of my all-time favorites. I have 3 of these that are full size and 1 in the mini, and it is a classic tarot, really super, super, super deck. So that's what I've got for you, honey. And I'd do it. And I would advise you to get to know who this is a little bit better. So get to know your mother as a person, or your mother-in-law as a person, not just in the role that they're in, but as a person, as a whole. All right? That's what I've got. Let me get some water and we'll see what's going on. Yeah, that was awesome. That was really a big one. Okay. So if we've got whatever's coming up next, then you guys let me know and we'll take a peek at that in a minute. List is clear. Okay, list is clear. You're just hoping your own land was in the works. Yeah, and it might be down the track. I don't know, but that's what I got on that. And it feels like there's a reason for it. It feels like the reason is bigger than what you would be able to guess or see right this very minute. It feels like it's bigger down the track. Something coming that you're not meant to see just now, but something coming years down the track where you're like, this is the reason. This is why. So don't know if that makes any sense, but that's what it feels like. So, all right. Okay. Yeah, the list is open, guys. I'll show you what we're doing. Pay readings are now open, and this is what we're doing. So if you guys just stepped in, $20 blind oracle, $30 year ahead. The $30 and $40 minis where you do ask questions. These ones you don't ask questions. These ones you do. Or $50 for the bones, crystal ball, or past lives, which are my favorites. I love the past lives. And so those I do with cards also. So you guys can do it however you want. Venmo, Cash App, and PayPal is how you can pay me. And let Kim know whichever read that you get, because then she helps me keep my brain on straight, and we just get into the cards and get pouring over them and get looking and all of that kind of thing. So that's what we got going on today. And Phil will be here tomorrow, which will be excellent. Well, he'll be here later today, but he and I will be doing a show tomorrow, and so he'll be reading the screen, and I'll just be totally in the cards. Today he's not here, but we'll see what's going on. So if you've got some other questions that are quick questions, I sometimes will do micros on those, which is where I'll throw 2 or 3 cards, just kind of usually like a yes, no, or something like that. So that's what's going on, I guess. And if you want to see any decks, or if you're curious about decks that you haven't bought, I'm happy to show them if you haven't bought them yet. I've got a ton of decks. I love tarot. Love it. So, and I think the decks that I ordered, one of them is called, I think it's like Lucky Life deck or something like that. It seems like that was what it was called. And the other one is called Chaos deck, which that's kind of interesting. And then I ordered a back up to the Witches Academy deck, Witchling Academy deck, which that one's kind of a cute one. So I've got that one. So those are the ones that come to mind as far as what I've ordered. Hey there, Lavender. Hey. Good to see you. So that's what's going on. And I've got some other Oracle decks, and the True Crime deck. I don't know if I'll show that on the show or on the channel. I don't usually do those kinds of reads, but I get kind of nosy in my off time, and I'll get exploring those. But those are kind of interesting, and they're kind of a little bit I'd say noir, N-O-I-R, noir, like that. Kind of have that kind of a vibe to them, a little bit Dick Tracy kind of energy going on with those. I don't know how to explain it better than that. So I'll show you guys those when I get them. They probably won't be here for a couple weeks. So anyway, that's what's going on. So Krista's saying you sent for a double pinch on Venmo. A double pinch? Okay, Krista, we'll do it. So what's going on? Double pinch. Okay. Double pinch for Krista. I'm going to get some water. Krista's saying ground myself. I'm getting some water. That always helps. What I'm feeling is there's some energy. It feels like the nostalgia energy. It feels like what is that song? It's Kenny Loggins' song. It's like the Winnie Pooh Back to the Corner Christopher Robin song. That's what's coming through. There's I don't know what that corner is called, but there's something about that going back in time, back in this friendlier time, in this happier time. What is it that you're supposed to be seeing about going back? This is the question that's coming through. What is you're supposed to be seeing as far as going back? That's the first pinch. Okay. We're going to look down and see what we got here. Hopefully that's looking down. There's a luckier time that you were attached to. It's coming through really strongly right here. The luckier time that you were attached to, the heartfelt time, the easy energy time. There's a time of play that's coming through. We've got the energy of green here. The green flower. This is heart when everything's growing young. And then there's a winter energy. This is past. This is something that is nostalgic, a little bit bittersweet. Not always easy. You can't go back, but this attachment of this time, the energy of this time that was sweet, needs to be remembered, needs to be honored in going forward. Now here, what we've got hung up here is the time for change and peace all tangled together. We've got basically the peace symbol tangled with the seahorse. it shows me, and I can pull this apart, that the role is switching. It shows me there it's making peace with something from the past, and that the change of role, the change of what you're doing now versus what you were doing before. Again, we're getting this bird coming in with peace, peace, peace. There's something about this energy from the past that wants to remind you of something and remind you of peace. It's like making your peace with a situation that has unfolded and understanding the value of the past, the lessons of the past, the friendship energy that was there, so close, so sweet, needs to be honored. And now your role has changed, expanded, gotten bigger. There's something coming forward in flight that needs to happen. You're walking on wobbly legs. Now this is the energy of the doe here coming in, and sometimes it comes in very, very wide-eyed. This one is coming in wobbly. It's the wobbly that needs to be there. It's showing a little bit of uncertainty, a lack of knowing what the next step is. And you know, when we see that, like even baby colts or baby horses, they're kind of standing on their own legs, but they're a little bit wobbly. This is the energy that I'm getting, this very fawn energy, this young Bambi energy. This is like the wobbly legs. It's taking the next step even though the legs are wobbly. Trust that it's going to be okay. Trust that it's there. It's in place. Even though the legs are wobbly, because this is new, whatever this is that you're about to embark on, whatever this you're taking on feels new to you to do, keep taking the steps. You're going to get better and better at this. This is key. This is a knitter's key. And this key comes in when you need to attach things, like if it was knitting needles, and I'm going to show you with my chopsticks here. You'd like screw something on tighter, and then you do the work, do the work, do the work. But it's a tightening. And when you get this key coming in, it's tightening by turning two different directions, looking a little past, looking a little forward. Yeah, okay. I've got this as the metaphor, so this is coming in that's in an interesting way. If you've driven a clutch pedal car, it's finding that sweet spot where you have the clutch and the gas, so you can go forward. So say you're on the hill in the clutch car and you roll backwards. It's knowing right where that sweet spot is. And it's a learning. The wobbly legs aren't going to last forever. You know, when you first learn clutch car and you're like, ka-chug, ka-chug. It's like crazy to try and learn clutch car. But then when you've got it, it's easy. You know where that sweet spot is. This is what you're learning. Then we go back right down here. And we see the orange. This is a sweet spot. This is the juice that's totally right here. It's all in you. So if there's pressure on and around you, it's going to come through. Your individuality is coming through. Your creativity is coming through here. The juice is already there. The essence of what is your sweetness is going to come through, going to be shared. And as more pressure is applied, more of this is coming forward. What is in here is what comes forward. This is huge for you to know. Okay, let's go to the second pinch. This is the sweetness of the past that is being allowed to move through. Really, really, wow. If there are some teary times for you, if there's a little bit of the teary times coming in, it's okay to let those teary times be released and go ahead and move forward anyway. This is huge for you. I totally understand it. Okay, second pinch. I'm going to move these to the side. Second pinch. I had something there and it dropped, so whoa. Okay, this is huge. Okay. Going here. In the distance down the track, this feels way, way, way out in the distance down the track. We've got the seed here. I don't know if you can see that. Hopefully you can. So I'm going to get the chopstick right here. Is this seed. Put it right here. But it was way out in the distance forward. This is down the track. This is something. This is coming. Why do I get a timestamp off of a popcorn seed? I don't know, but that's what it feels like. It feels like this is a preparatory time for you. The seed is here, something that you are planting now. It's going to be in fruition in about a year. And this is something that all the work, keep doing whatever it is. Keep doing. The momentum will pop, and it feels like about a year. This is like, we're in July now, and this feels like next year, whatever this is. So that's what I'm getting. Whatever it is that you're doing that's laying the groundwork for some of this right now, keep doing it, keep doing it. It's just some things don't grow instantly overnight, and we want them to. Some changes don't happen instantly overnight, and we want them to. It feels like this is being pushed forward, way forward. Okay, what's going on here? Cleverness is coming through with this one. And this isn't clever like the fox. This is like a clever cat. This is shrewdness in such a good way. This is understanding the value, understanding who you are. And yeah, you've been getting that kernel a lot lately. Yeah, it's the popcorn. It's trying to remind you to plant seeds, plant seeds, plant seeds. But the clever cat is here. The clever cat, you know how cats and dogs are different, and how the cats will basically, if you come home from a long trip, they're like, yeah, good to see you, whatever. And the dogs are like, yeah, so excited. This is like understanding, pulling back, understanding the value, and the cats will do what they want when they want. If they need a nap, they're going to take a nap. If they need some extra cuddles and human time, then they're going to take that. But they are very much in charge, very much knowing their value, very much taking in the sun, taking in the leisure time. They know what they're about. Very much stretching, and very, very, that feline energy of the cat is coming through quite strongly here. Then here we have the starfish, and also, now this is Pegasus coming in. Pegasus coming in way, way strong. Give me a second. Pegasus comes in, and I always get references, well, often get references to A Wrinkle in Time from Madeline L. Ingle. But Pegasus energy is coming in. What is The Wrinkle in Time? This is a call of the higher self, asking you to bring forward yourself in the higher version of yourself now. And the Three of Wands, this is referencing the kernel, or the seed there, the popcorn seed. It's coming through. It's coming through. This is huge. This is waiting. Something you're working on. You've pre-ordered. It's like, it's more than just the Santa Fe burger and waiting for the waitress to bring the burger. It's in the works, but it's distant out. That's what I'm getting. The higher self is being called forward. This is knowing the value of the lesson as you pull back, as you bring self back to self right here. This is the guy that saves the starfish from going back into the ocean. This is understanding things. And we are also getting, there's a balance coming in here. Okay. The balance coming in the starfish is also to remind you of a star. Not just starlight at night, not just seeing something in the distance or the star card itself, but the 5 points of the stars. And people would say that's the 4 elements plus spirit, and creating balance on that. There's something about that that's important for you. Something about balancing all 4 elements and inviting spirit. Balance all 4 elements and inviting spirit over and over. You're being shown, and you're being asked to learn how to balance all 4 elements. Then spirit. Is it called Vitruvian Man? Not sure what that's coming through. The picture of, I don't know if that's what it's called. Like the Da Vinci picture, the dude's like this, arms out. And yeah, again, it's bringing me back to, if you're wanting to learn alchemy and become the alchemist, you have to master all 4 elements, but you have to, as above, so below, invite spirit in to incorporate with it and to move through it. This is huge for you. Okay, back to the charms. We've got the crab coming in strong here. This is actually bringing the moon card forward. This is bringing forward the tarot of the moon card. This is facing a fear, and it comes up very, very big. This is why this needs time. This is why this goes here. It needs a little bit of time. Moon card coming in. Something very, very old with a dinosaur, and something written. What is this coming in? It feels like you get to face a fear that's very, very ancient, a fear you've carried from a life before. And there's also some guidance coming in with this. This is usually the feather that comes in kind of like a quill, but this is coming in like the feather. It's also coming in like a guide. Guidance, sword of truth, guidance coming in through here. Old ancient guide. It feels as though that you have a connection with ancient guide. Yeah. A guide that's been in your life before, a guide that's been around for a long time. I don't know if it's code, sweetie. It feels like guide. A way of connecting to a guide. This one usually comes in and it's like a quill. It means writing things down, but it's coming in as a guide. It's coming in as a sword of truth. It's coming in very air energy. It's coming in with all of this white bird energy coming in. Yeah. Okay, we're going to go back down. There's something also coming up in winter that I want to take a look at. So we're going into here. We've got music here, the musical notes. And this is coming in as a tandem. This is two notes here together, and the tandemness is coming in. We're getting energy of Edelweiss energy and the Christmas tree energy here. This is huge coming in. This is something that is meant for you to remember. There's something that feels like the only word that I know, and it's kind of an inadequate word, but I'll go with it because I can't get another word. It's the purification of the soul. It's when you've been through the refiner's fire. It's when you've been through your own challenge to such a degree that you've been into the fire and back again. It's when the sword is put in the fire and there is something that happens with that. It's more than just alchemy. It's been through the forge, been through the refiner's fire, the difficulty that has been here, that is somehow bringing a sweetness, also offers a gift. And this is Christmas tree, and this is coming in. This is always like a December marker, but also a gift. And there's something about presence, and this comes in, and this is not just gift, but presence. And I'm spelling it different than the box under the tree. I'm spelling it as you being in the here and in the now is something you need to do over and over and over, getting really grounded, getting really rooted, getting really, really in touch with the quantum, with the energy on the field that's coming in. That helps you get through the fire. Dragon energy coming in here. This is taking us back here. We're going back to fairy tale stories, myths and legends, childhood, early childhood. This one is like almost out of sequence. This is like dragon energy, and back over to here. Dragon energy, back over to here. A different role. Sometimes the dragon isn't in charge of protecting. Sometimes the dragon isn't about protecting the gold. Sometimes the dragon is the muffin muncher dragon. How to explain that? It was a little tiny book that I had as a child, and the dragon was just all about the muffins in this storybook. And it's all about that, It's about having the muffins, enjoying the muffins, and then he would I think he would heat the furnaces of the castle or the keep or something like that. There was a symbiotic relation with the dragon, and it was a little bit different than that. So this is what's coming up as far as that goes. And again, the symbiotic, the two in the musical notes that I saw before, the things that are energy in tandem, is not just the gift, but it's the presence. Like your energetic being there 100% is what it's feeling. And then coming forward, there's an energy of the aloha flower coming in here. And we're going to show you this. It's different than the other flowers. It's this one. And this one, it looks like clover, but it also is bringing aloha flower. And aloha flower is what I'm getting straight off of there. So hibiscus, Hawaiian flower is what's coming through. If this was just coming through as clover, I'd tell you clover, but it does not come through as that to me. It's coming through quite reversed. It's coming through as aloha flower. It's saying goodbye and hello. It's allowing yourself to transport yourself, transform, and move through the world card. When we get through the world, when we've completed something, we move through the world card, then we get to the new start of the Fool. And this is feeling like what you're doing and what you're wrapping up towards the end of the year. This is what's going on. This is being clever, asking yourself to be really aware of what it is that you want to add fuel to. Feeding your own inner fire is important, and the dragon is here, but feeding your own inner fire is important. Allowing that to unfold a little bit more. Is there anything else she needs to know? The ancient guide. The ancient guide wants to come through. And again, this is ancient, and I'm getting the coves. We got the coves the other day for you. I'm getting the coves again. Six of Swords. This is not coming through as a tarot meaning. This is coming through almost like, I don't know why I'm getting this reference, but I'm getting a little bit of reference of Mists of Avalon type of reference. This is what's coming through. So it's where someone has crossed over from the rough waters to the smooth, or crossing over the river Styx, that kind of energy. But this is coming through with a little bit of the Avalon Priestess energy coming through. What else is this? This card, these two want to come through. Ace of Swords, Page of Swords. Yeah, new discovery. New discovery of new truths and new power that is coming through. Download it like right here in this feather. Ancient guides, the connection, the way the connection goes for you. That's what's coming through very strongly for you. That's what I've got. That feels complete. Let it unfold. Let it unfold. Don't feel like you have to force a thing, because you don't. You're just going to get information in the simplest ways, in the ways that are the daily, and then you'll have the epiphany and the aha. And it won't be so much like all these codes. It'll just be recognitions, epiphanies, and recognitions. Miss of Avalon totally tracks for you. Good to know. Good to know. You got that card today too. Yeah. Yeah, there's something about that. Like it might be worth revisiting either that book, the story, or I think they did the movie of it years ago too. But there's something about that. And entering the High Priestess zone. This is old priestess energy, old ancient type priestess energy that wants, I was going to say that wants to be bestowed upon you, but it's not wants to, it's already been bestowed upon you. So that's what, it's already bestowed upon you. So that's what I've got for you. Okay, that's complete. Holy smokes, that was bigger than I thought, guys, but that's how it goes sometimes. So yeah. Oh, you are so welcome. You are so welcome. I'm glad it was amazing. Yeah, it's totally you opening up to it. It's like priestess energy. Sometimes we think, well, you know, that's a highfalutin, lots of words, lots of, nah, that's not me. That nah. And we think that it's going to look a certain way or be a certain way, and it's a lot different than what we expect it to be. But that's what's coming through, and it's big. It's really big. All right, I'm going to get some water and see what's going on, and then we'll see what else is happening right now. Yes, very much. Sometimes there's work that we do that is our own, I would say, initiatory work, and we don't even know we're doing it until like several months down the track. We don't know that we've gone through something. We don't know that this was the start of a process. It's like when serendipity is hitting and we don't know that we're actually involved in something that's like a divine reroute or a divine path until we're a little further down it. But yeah, that's what it feels like. Completely. Yeah. Brought into your own training, doing your own initiatory. This is totally it. Yep. Totally. Yeah, that's it. Okay. All right. So do we have someone else on the list? I was thinking it might be interesting to do like a few card reads for the signs as we're going forward. I have a reading coming PayPal. Okay. All right. Just let me know. But I was thinking we would do like the water signs, the earth signs, whatever, and do just a few cards for each of those in between reads. It might be a fun thing to do. So do you mind showing your PayPal details again? I'll show you. Sure. It's kind of a long one, but it's afeistybutterfly@gmail.com. So that's what it is. And the E comes before the I. So hopefully you guys can see that. I don't know if that's in frame, but I think it's in frame. So yeah, afeistybutterfly@gmail.com. And it will say Phil's name. Yeah. Phil is my husband, honey. So he will be here tomorrow night and he'll be reading all the script and everything, but it says Phil. Yeah. Thanks, Kim, for reminding that. Yeah. That's my husband, Phil. So yeah, every once in a while that'll surprise people. It's like, oh, okay. But yeah. So sorry about that. All right, let me get some water and then we'll see what we want to do going forward. You sent it in. Yeah. That's okay. If you don't know, and a lot of people have been here and they know, and if you're new and you haven't been here, okay, that's all right. We'll see what's going on. Okay. And I haven't seen it come in, but I'm gonna do the water signs and just do 3 cards for the water signs, and then that will come through. And then if you've got a question that you want to type up, we'll do that too. Okay, we're going into the water signs right now. I don't know why we're in the water signs. We're in the water signs. This is just 3 cards for the water signs. So, all right. For Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy, and this is the Slavic legends. This is 3 cards for the water signs. Ooh. Okay. You're doing something that is self-betrayal, and the victory, and this is what you're needing to do. And this is shifting the ego about inspiration, shifting out of someone else's ego, allowing yourself to come in. This is like coming in very cautionary about self-sabotage, very cautionary about choosing priorities, very cautionary. Cover your ass, something big coming up. Cover your ass. Know what it is that your priorities are. If you have water sign friends, help them to understand, or if they are talking to you or having conversations, their priorities need to be looked at again. They need to know what is priority for them to cover their ass so they aren't letting ego rob them. That's what's coming through, and there's a victory in knowing this ahead. That's what's coming through. This is what's coming through for the water signs. So that's what's coming up for there. Now, if you guys remind me later, I'll do each element in such a way if we can do that today. But that's what I've got. So that's what's going on. Okay. Becca Bell, career finances outlook for the next 2 months. Okay, you got it, honey. You got it. Let's see what we got here. I'm not quite sure your deck is on my desk. I need to see where your deck is. Oh, okay. Hang on. Just grab this whole box. Okay. So we're going to go to the Golden Art Nouveau deck. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous tarot. And this is the one that's wanting to come. So we'll put that here. So the next couple months for Becca Bell, full read. And I want to see how you phrased it. Okay. Career finances outlook for the next couple months. Okay, this is kind of crowding. Let me put this down here for now so I have room. I've got 3 decks, and one is super, super tiny. I don't know if we'll need it, but we'll definitely go into the 2 decks. Wow, okay, hang on. I haven't done the spread in this way before. We're getting wax on, wax off. Very interesting that we're getting that. This will be interesting and fun. I have not done the spread in this fashion before. Wax on, wax off. That's a Karate Kid reference. Wax on, wax off. Yeah, this is the way the spread is coming in. This is the way the spread is going to go for you. Wax on, wax off. This is on, this is off. So, okay. Also, if you want to call it this, wax on, wax off. Asset, liability. On being plus, off being minus, if that helps. Wow, wow, wow. The energy in this is really, really fun. This is different than I've done. I've never done this. This might be a new spread way of doing it because it is so much fun. Wow. Wax on, wax off. It is like you are shuffling through something, and this is a motion that you're doing again and again and again. A repeated motion that's coming through again and again. A repeated lesson. Practice, practice, practice. Nobody likes to be told practice, 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 practice makes perfect, all that shit. Everybody's like, throw that away. But there's something about that that's coming in quite strong for you. Wax on, wax off, wax on, wax off. Okay, we're going to see what's coming through with this. Holy cow. All right, all right. There's a starting all over again energy that's coming through that's really pretty strong. The whole pick yourself up, dust yourself off, start all over again energy is coming through. I'm going to flip this down so you can see. It will also be on the YouTube channel for later, but here we go. Okay, in the wax on section, right through here. Hopefully you can see that now. Okay, we got the King of Swords, we've got the Fool coming through, we've got Judgment, and we've got the Queen of Cups. This is coming through as top of mind, the wax on, the asset. The logic and the knowing that you have that you are supposed to be taking a new step forward is huge for you. Trust this new step that you have going forward. The Judgment card, be true to yourself, be true to yourself. Answer the call, answer the call. You can't have the phone just ringing, ringing, ringing and not pick up. You have to answer this call. The higher self is calling you, calling you, calling you, and even if you try to detour, you won't be able to detour. It will call you and call you and call you. A dream from the past that has come before is now here again. You have gotten over something that has been feels like a little bit of a loss. You've gotten over and through it, and you're moving forward, moving forward. If you decide to trust this and move forward to this new thing, it feels like it will be very profitable. You've got not only the King of Coins here, but also the big opportunity here coming forward. So whatever this is this business work type of thing that you are being asked to do something a little bit differently with your resources, with your time, your energy, your coins, your money. This is big, big, big. Blessed by the sun coming forward and the big coin coming through here. Now this is a repeat. And this is the asset, the asset, the asset going forward, going forward, going forward. Wax on, add this in, add this in, add this in. There is a little bit of a struggle to maintain your own boundaries and stay in your truth, stay in your power. of your own integrity. This is huge for you. This is coming up strongly for you. Now let's see what's going on here. Wax off, let go of, move forward from, okay? Let go of right here. Let me see if I can shift. I'm shifting this, so hopefully it'll pick up this. Okay, it feels like you put a lot of effort into something, and this is let go of something that you put the effort into that didn't work out. You need to not ruminate about it. Don't ruminate about that anymore. Let go of what didn't work. The uncomfortable truth is the truth nevertheless. You need to let go of the fallout, so to speak, from that and allow yourself to move forward. It's not all for naught. It's not all for nothing. There is a reward that comes from this. You've grown from this space here to this. It's also repeating here. This knowing of your boundaries, even though it's uncomfortable, and to stand for your own boundaries, to stand for what it is, to hold your own ground. It feels like you've had to go through something. It's going to gain you something. The gift that you offer will bring you talent if you allow yourself resilience. This is coming forward. There will be teamwork coming in. Now, this is something that up here you're not feeling so strongly. Let go of this. This comes in a little bit stronger coming in. Wax on, wax on, wax on. Allow the sun to come through. Allow it to shift over this way. This energy wants to be pulled over and through here. These cards want to be pulled over and moving through here. If we pair directly, this is what we get when we pair directly. Let me scoot these forward. Running out of room on my desk, but this is what's coming forward. If we pair directly and read them directly, yes, you have illumination about what was the burden and what you need to set down that isn't yours to carry anymore. Yes, you know that's complete. You already know it. You don't have to have anxiety about that anymore. Allow the teamwork energy to come in and it will serve you well. Be selective in who you choose as teamwork and know their skill set. These people are asking him to put the church window in. They know the skill set that he has. There's a benefactor and there's the priest that needs the stained glass window in the church. That's what's coming in. The skill set is there for a reason. Hold your ground and defend what it is that the talent is that offers you truth, and go about it from a space of the giver, not the beggar. Know your truth. Know what it is that you're offering. Right here. This card, this is the universe trying to give you something. You will be receiving the gift. The universe is offering the gift, the gift, the gift. It's coming in strongly. What else is coming on the littles here? Wax on, wax off. What else is the lesson for you? I want a line of 5 coming up, so this is what we're going to get in a minute. These are super little, but we'll see if there's anything else that comes in. Okay. A decision needs to be made. That feels like the third card. Okay. Hold your truth. Make your choice. Make your decision about what it is you want to do and keep your priorities in line. Big, big, big. The giver is coming in. You have to keep your priorities in line about choosing partners, choosing who to work with. Be selective in who you allow in your field. There's a little bit of juggling. There might be a little bit of feeling of lack. Do not make the decision out of a feeling of lack because it doesn't serve. And the sword of truth is coming in. What's coming up through this? What's coming up from this is the wax on, knowing the assets and what you bring forward, knowing the gift you bring forward, honoring the talent that's bringing forward, knowing where your support really is, and honoring what you've done before. Keep doing it. You have these two coming in that came in together, this one and this one. On the initial wax on, wax off, these ones were meeting in the middle. This is knowing who's supporting you, knowing what this is that you've built over time, knowing where you've invested your energy and your resources, being very, very aware of where you're investing it going forward, being aware of where you're spending your time and who you're allowing in your field. Be choosy, be discerning. This is saying use logic, and this one has her back to the emotion, but there's something about the emotion that needs to be paid better attention to. You need to make a choice, and then what came in next was these ones. These ones coming in. The choice is definitely going to be something important for you coming up. You have this, again, the universe trying to gift you, and you have two. You got 2 swords, 2 cups, 2 coins. The one thing that you didn't see happening here was the 2 wands. You need to make sure that your plan is in place here within you first, and then go forward. You've always been told that you have decisions to make, but it's just unclear at this moment. The clarity is coming. What feels like is creating a little bit of issue is a scarcity or a worry about scarcity that is creating cloudedness in the mind. Let's see what else is going on with this. Something that causes avoidance, that feels like betrayal, you need to look at again. You got that coming up with these coming up in the liability section. Something that you thought you'd done a lot of work and invested a lot of time in. How much yield and reward is it always given? There's something that needs to be let go of. Perhaps someone that needs to be let go of, that tests your boundaries, that drains. If you've been overgiving in relationship or in work, you need to be really, really aware of what it is that's the payoff for overgiving. There feels like the subconscious lesson that goes back, that needs to be brought forward and looked at a little bit more. Carve the plan that is true to your heart specifically, without partner XYZ in there, without person XYZ in there. Your purpose on the planet is not the job or the work that you do. Your work and the things that you do on the planet, when we have jobs and work and career and all of that, that isn't our purpose. Our purpose might have something to do with that. It might be worked through that, but that's not the reason we're here. Our purpose is a little bit different than that. Our purpose is over a span of a lifetime, not the span of just the working years or a talent or something you might want to pursue. If your purpose is to bring joy, if your purpose is to bring learning, if your purpose is to advocate, you will know that. You'll already feel this. Some of these signs have already been given to you. Some of these signs and these informations have already been given. It's not just about earning the money and evaluating who's going to be making the big partner. It's about how do you want to show up for yourself. That's coming through. Huge children, the judgment. What else does she need to know? The wax off. The wax off is coming again. It's a practice. It's a learning. It's a learning. It's a learning. It's okay if it takes some learning. It's okay if it takes practice and it takes time for you to understand what the lesson is. There's no big rush on this. You don't have to be rushed. When, yeah, in Karate Kid, the guy is wax on, wax off on these old cars. These cars that some people would think, yeah, who cares? They're just old. But Miyagi has him doing all this wax on, wax off, really polishing, making the car shine, making something that is old valuable again, and polishing it up through practice. This is something that comes over time. This is a lesson of the heart that you've known for years. The betrayal of the heart that has been making self small needs to be let go. Yeah, you are not the poor little match girl. You're the freaking empress. The poor little match girl is like feeling separated, going her own way. And even though she separates from tradition and it feels like poverty and ruin and lack and I don't have enough and maybe I'm not enough and what's going on? I feel like I'm out in the cold. I feel a little bit lost. You're the fucking empress. Sometimes you feel this sense of aloneness because there can be one that rules your kingdom, and that's you. No matter who the partner is, no matter who you partner with, when you understand about the Empress, when you understand that this is coming through, you own your soul's growth. You own the access to your higher self and what it is you want to go forward towards. This is what's coming through strongly for you. The finances will improve. The finances will get better, and it does feel like you're having to clear the decks from someone or an old situation that does not serve, and that feels a little bit painful to you, but that's what's going on. That's complete. Holy cow, that was a big one. Guys, I have not spread the cards in such a manner where it was the wax on, wax off before, but that was beautiful and so much fun to do. So much good energy. It takes time and practice is all, and it's like sometimes we want to be masters of something much sooner than, you know, the time it takes to do it. So beautiful. Oh, good. Thanks. That was a great reading. You are so welcome, Becca Bell. You are so welcome. And that will be on my YouTube channel, A Feisty Butterfly on YouTube. And it'll be there for you later. So, and it's roughly 45, 48 minutes in. Maybe it'll be 40, depending. I'm seeing 48 on the recording now, so whatever that is. All right, let me get some water, and we'll see what's coming next. Tamara for a blind. Okay, 1 second, Tamara for a blind. You've got to be kidding me. All right. Hang on. I can't even believe that. Okay, fine. Hang on. Yeah, that's it. Okay. I'm getting Christmas energy for you. Why? I don't know. Just one second. Very specific Christmas energy for you. All right. So this is Seasons of the Witch deck, and this is like their Yule deck. I'm getting Christmas, winter energy, December energy. Feels like something 1980s. I don't know what's up with that. There's something, okay, whatever is coming through, and I don't know how it applies, but I don't get to get in the way. I'm getting something, it's very much, I think it's George Michael. Last Christmas I gave you my heart, but the very next day you tore it apart or something. And then this year I'll give it to someone special. Something has changed, something has shifted, and this is what's coming up. The way that you give your heart is different now than what you did before. The sense and the energy of that song, I don't know why it's in here. I don't think I've ever had that come through, but that's what's coming through. Yeah. There's irreverent angels coming through. I'm getting imagery of George Michael with wings, and then also what is his name? I think it was Travolta that did Michael, that did the show Michael, and it had the irreverent angels coming through. There's irreverent angels. It's telling you earth angels are around you. There's people that might be irreverent and rowdy in your world right now that are acting as angels in your life that help you move forward. There's a little bit of a more raw sense. Sometimes we have the angels coming in, and we think they're like, you know, like on a pedestal, but really the angels around us in earth, the people that we interact with, we need to understand their role, and they do act as earth angels to us. Okay, all right, we're ready to read cards now. Okay, we're getting something about this deck I haven't picked up in a long time. Reindeer Medicine. It says, journey into the depths of your soul, awakening of sights revealed. It is time for no time at all, for all presently here. It's something about the time for being here in the now. The Reindeer Medicine is journey into the depths of the soul now, then remembering. And it says, remembering, oh, how they glimmer the darkest sights, never forgotten, never still yet pacing in the mind. Twilight of the night. What is this going on in the ornaments? Give me a moment here. There's a remembrance of what once was and what will be, a fragile beauty beaming upon thee. Hang on. This one's coming through very strongly. You know when what are they? I don't know what it's called. When the reindeers, before they shed their horns, and they're like they've got like crazy amounts of horn, and it's all like, this is what's coming on. There, it feels like crazy amounts of reindeer horn energy. They look almost like fuzzy. I don't know what it's called. This is also like angel wings, crazy amounts of feathers, crazy amounts of wings. The span is bigger than what we think. You are being carried. You are being carried right now. There's something angelic. The span of the Reindeer Medicine is what's coming in, but it's also the span of the wing. There's a remembrance going on with these ornaments, what once was and what will be. There's asking you to be present in something. There's stillness of moonlight coming in. This is such a strange thing to get, like in the middle of summer, but the stillness of moonlight is coming in. Now, what else is coming in on this read for you? We went to these cards next, and then we went to the Christmas deck, so we'll see what's going on. Now, this is called the Lantern Oracle, and this is a beautiful one. Well, those ones want to shoot right out. It's a beautiful, beautiful deck. This was saying assistance with access. It's necessary to ask for and accept help in order to receive it. And there's many of us that hate doing that, hate asking for help. It's okay to ask for help. And even if you start with just asking the ancestors or helper guides or spirit guides to help you figure things out, be looking for their help. And then distorted perceptions. Reality is rarely what we are raised to believe it is. There is something that in the remembering has gotten screwed up. Okay, Like there used to be this stuff, it was the Chipmunks. And if you would listen to the Chipmunks, they had their Christmas album, but it sounded like they were on like high speed. I mean, they sound, that's the sound of what it was. And it was like super, super chipmunk, high speed, distorted sound, distorted message. Something playing at too high speed, you need to slow it down, pull it back, slow it down, pull it back. If you were to play the vocalist Whitney Houston or Celine Dion on high speed, you would lose something about the beauty of the sound. You need to slow it down in order to let this come through. What else is coming through on this one? Okay. This says, melting mask, allow your spirit to shine through fully the many roles that you fulfill. And we've talked a little bit about what is our life purpose and things like that, and different than what is the career. But we play many, many roles, but allow your essence to shine through. So no matter what I'm doing, I'm being me. I'm Angie, and I'm mom, and I'm sister, and I'm wife, and I'm reader, and I'm student, and I'm teacher, all of these different roles. But Angie needs to come through all of this. And so it is with you. You get to come through all of this. Your essence needs to come through. And don't think for a hot second that you're inadequate or unprepared or unready. You're just trying to do something in crash course speed that you're not meant to do in crash course speed. You're meant to know that you're carried right now, that the angels have you, that yes, you are picking up on huge amounts of things. The reindeer also comes through. Reindeer medicine is when you're tuning into spirit. The antlers tune into spirit in such a huge, huge way. You're tuning in a way that's different. Very, very different. There is a remembrance, a remembrance, a remembrance. Ask for help from the divine and it will come through. Allow yourself to shine through, flawed imperfectly anyway. Allow the imperfection to be seen and allow yourself to ask for help. And that is one of the hardest, one of the biggest challenges in life. And it's a lesson we get over and over again. Sometimes we don't want to ask for help. Sometimes we don't want to say, fuck, we're having a rough day. It really sucks. It's been difficult. Sometimes it is 2 steps forward, 1 step back, and it feels like 15 steps forward and then back to square one. It's a mastering, a leveling, a layering in the lesson for you that's coming through. Okay. What else is coming through on this one? There's something in the stillness and the silence that comes through as a whisper on the cold, crisp winter wind that's coming through. It wouldn't chill you. It would be brisk. It would wake you. Ugh. Closest thing I can get you to this. How do we get a December night on a night that's in the middle of July? You go out when it's about full moon. You go out when it's just after midnight, just past the midnight hour. You go out under the stars at that time and ask for connection. This is how you can access some of the December winter energy. It would be 12th month, 12th hour, midnight moon. This is, go out in the stillness and the silence and ask. Okay, what else? Okay, all right. Hot, hot, hot. Okay, this is the winter wait. This is from Tarot Collectibles. But what we're getting is you're holding the boundaries. We're getting the victory that comes from holding the boundaries. So knowing that you're kind of straddling two worlds right now. And then the victory that comes, and then the Star of Hope comes through. This is huge for you. The star comes through with the melting mask. The star comes through with the ornaments. The star comes through with this remembrance. This is the bridging of what was and what will be. It's okay to set the grand table for yourself is coming through also. Set the table. It's allowed for you to have fancy for just yourself. You don't have to have TV dinner just because you're sitting home on your own. It's allowed for you to have the fancy dinner, the fancy environment for yourself, just for your own enjoyment. You have thought yourself smaller than you actually are. The essence of who you are wants to come through in a huge, 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 strong way here. Huge. It's about remembering. And the beloved. And that's a word that I don't use very easily. Because people will be, hey, my beloved, hey, my beloved, hey, my beloved. But we are the beloved of the divine. We are here doing what spirit is not doing. We're in the human thing. We're in earth school. We're in tough curriculum right now. Spirit knows this and wants to help guide and lead us through many of these challenges coming up. You are the beloved. And Spirit wants you to very much know this. Know that you are held. Know that you are the beloved coming through. There is celebrations, and also I'm getting throngs. When I get throngs, it means many of your spirit team, many of your ancestors, many of your spirit guides, many, voluminous, on the other side, helping guide you right now. That's what I've got. That's complete. Holy cow, that was gorgeous. Unexpected and gorgeous. I don't usually go detouring down Christmas Avenue in the middle of friggin' July, but that's where it led, so that's where we go. And I always follow the nudge and give you the information, because even if it doesn't make sense to me, or it might not make sense to you now in this moment, it will make sense later. It'll definitely make sense later. And I've had this happen enough times that I know to just, check my ego at the door and get out of the way and let the message come through, even if it doesn't make sense. Becca Bell for a full. Okay, Becca Bell, let me get some water, and we will see. If you'll post your question in the chat, that'd be great. You are welcome, Tamara. You are so, so welcome. You are so welcome. Okay, let me get some water, and we'll take a look at what's going on. Okay. All right. Love outlook, what's coming in love. Okay, Becca Bell. We're going to go to the Tarot of the Good Fortune. It is on the deck right now. The deck is on my desk right now. Tarot of the Good Fortune. This one I have 2 of. I swear, I think I should get 3 of them. It's a great little deck. It is so fun. I'm getting shoot and a miss, shoot and a miss, shoot and a miss. I'm getting basketball reference, shoot and a miss. Keep shooting the shot. Okay, that's interesting. Shoot and a miss. In the realms of dating and love life, it would be play the field. It will be don't shortchange yourself. It's okay to learn, explore, have lessons, that kind of thing. All right. So Becca Bell. What's going on for love for Becca Bell? Let's see what's going on. She scores! Why am I getting... I'm not even the world's best at basketball. Okay, all right. Hang on for a second. Okay, all right. Okay, thanks. I'm getting references from my stepdad, Mac, who was a basketball coach, girls basketball coach. And he's passed on years and years ago. There's a time when you see basketball and you see people fouling others, and you know how to give a foul, is what he's saying. You need to play tough. Yeah, okay. Just give me a second here. You can watch the games that people play. Wow, just give me a second here. When you're watching the games that people play, he would watch basketball on TV all the time, ad nauseum. He'd be sitting on the ground, watching the games and loving the basketball. He loved it, loved it, loved it. When you watch the games that people play, and he's indicating you would watch how other people do relationships, and they throw a foul. They throw a foul, throw the elbows up, throw a foul. It's important to know what your defenses are. It's important to put the no down. It's important to put the boundary down. It's important to set the standard right from the start. You do not let them think that they are going to have easy pickings. This is what I'm getting. Okay. Throw the elbows is what I'm getting. Very, very interesting. That's okay. I'm always thrilled when I see folks from the other side coming through. I'm a little surprised sometimes, but surprised. Throw the elbows high is what I'm getting. So this is telling me that you need to be defensive to some degree. You need to throw it out there, throw the boundaries. You don't want to get love bombed or the energy where somebody is bullshitting you. You want to just bring it all in, boom, slam it on the table. Yeah, okay. Yes, okay. And understand about rarity. I'm going to go into the cards and then we'll talk about rarity and gold. Okay. All right. Okay. Hang on. Oh, we get to talk about rarity and gold now. We're at the dining table. He's showing me the dining table. This is probably 86. If you are too readily available, you are not treated as rare or treated as gold. If you are to be treated as precious and treasured, you need to be less available. Not an easy mark, not easy to get a hold of. Yeah, whether you're busy having your plants neutered or busy, staying home and watching a rerun of Friends, it doesn't matter. There are times when you need to be busy and you need to set something where you are rare as gold and they need to work for it. Okay, all right. Of course. This is coming through. I'm going to show you what I'm getting down here. Coming through is some of the knowledge of the old teachers. Some of the old ways and institutional ways and old phrases that our grandparents said we want to just throw by the wayside. But some of them are really, excuse me, hiccups, profound. We've got the old teacher coming through, and this just, you're getting keys. Who you give access to, who you're giving the keys to the kingdom to, this is up to you, but know your worth. To thine own self be true, and this is the biggest thing that you need to know right now as far as drawing the love that you want to have towards you. In the past and in the subconscious, you've had sorrow, you've had grief, and you've had to let something go. You've got the Wheel of Fortune in the conscious thought. Subconscious, you have a little bit of sorrow. Don't focus on the sorrows of the past. The lessons of the past that were painful were meant to be lessons. It's not meant to have you in pain forever and a day. That's not what's meant to be there. The time is now for the Two of Cups to almost be intact. You see the 3 cups down here, and you see the 2 by the grandfather clock? Again, we're getting this energy of protective. As much as the patriarchy is getting a bad rap right now, and as much as the masculine can be a pain in the butt, that is what's coming forward, is this protective energy. For me, Mac was my stepdad. For you, it might be a grandfather energy coming in as a protective paternal. Yeah, this wanting to protect right now energy coming forward. And for you to really go slow. Yeah, we're getting all kinds of, slow it down. Yeah, some of the old cliches, take your time, play the field, throw the elbows high. The thing about the cow and the milk, that's coming through too. Take your time. Whatever this is that you're doing in your dating life, slow it down. It's okay to be a little bit of the high maintenance girl. It's okay to be high maintenance. Keep yourself rare. Keep yourself treasured. In the past, there's been something that's been out of balance. It's coming into balance. The karmic lesson that came through. The 2 of Swords. Now you need to make your choices with more logic and less heart. Less emotion. Correction. Less emotion. Don't be emotionally driven. It's asking you to be logical. How you shop when you're just dating. When you're a teenager and dating, you date differently than if you've been through a divorce and you're in your 40s and dating, right? There needs to be a difference in there. You might not be at either end of that spectrum, but what it feels like is how you go about the dating process and the love life process needs to be different, needs to be truer, needs to be altered, needs to be sharper, needs to be well thought out, strategic in how you go about interacting with others. It's not just playing the field, it is definitely throwing those elbows. Why? What I'm getting is you give your heart too easily, too freely, and you understand the value of love, but what it is asking for is not just knowing your self-worth, but guarding it from those that would take advantage, that would tell you everything you want to hear all at once. Those that would be fixer-uppers. You don't need a fixer-upper. You need somebody to meet you where you're at, meet you where you're at. You don't need the fixer-upper. You're doing just fine. You've got all the keys. You've got, like this one I also call the bouncer at the club. This is the one that says, yeah, come on in. You've got all the access, right? The bouncer at the club. You've got the access. You've got the wisdom. You've got the knowledge. Being true to yourself is what's going to carry the day for you. You're in this position now as the Page of Pentacles. And this one comes through. Usually you see the student holding the pentacle big in his hand, right? And it's the card of the student that has learned the lesson, learned what the gold is. And it's the card that I call the Batman card. And it's where you learn that you're Batman, not Robin. And if you've been playing Robin in the past, if you've been the sidekick energy or not the main character, and I'm not saying that in a bad way. I'm saying we are each the main character in our own story, in our own life. It doesn't mean everybody is secondary, but it means you need to know what is your desire, your heart, your plan, and be true to that first. Energy around 6 of Swords. It's been difficult. Now, frequently we see this one in the boat. This one's taking step, 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 and getting through. There's a guided sense of this that is going to get you through. You need to leave the drama, the chaos, the turbulent waters behind and allow yourself to go for peace. King of Cups energy and the energy around you. This is keep calm and carry on. This is a King of Cups energy, cups being Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. It could be somebody that is coming through with the male energy presenting this way around you or near you. Somebody that knows how to keep going. Yeah, okay. Knowing whether you're dribbling or whether you're having to press. Mac. Stepdad Mac is here. Hang on. What else? He's showing me. I wish I could show you the scene. What I'm getting is the two teams of basketball. The second team is bringing it down to the basket. They want to throw the basket, but they're having to pass the ball around. Shift, take your time. Shift, take your time. Make your move slow. You don't have, you can run out the clock if you want. You can take your time. When you take your time, that's when the sweet shot comes. That's what I'm getting. The Temperance card is right here, right now. This is an alchemy. This is a lesson you're learning how to alchemize. This is a lesson that you learn how to transmute your energy, how to move your energy differently. It's not such hurry. It's not such I have to panic or desperate and move, push. No, the clock's running down, but those girls are slowing it down. They are waiting for their shot. They're waiting for the opportunity. Yeah, it feels like you are learning your passing game. You are learning, thank you. You are learning the passing game. I'll pass on this one and the next one that's here. You're not just going to take the first one that comes up that's interesting. No. What else is coming up? Anything else? What else does she really need to know? It is coming. It is new. It is different. You need to be creative. And you need to quest for your grail. It's not in another person. You are always the one that's on the quest for the grail. This is new love, creative energy. And this is something of substance. And this is also called the Stinky Fish Tea card. It's when you go to the water and you've got the cup and you're going to scoop up water. And instead you're like, yeah, nah. Stinky Fish Tea. There's something more substantial there. There's wisdom in this. There's creativity in this. This is huge. Anything else? Yeah, okay. All right. Stinky Fish Tea is when you're dating the dork that you think is kind of a dork, but you need to give him a second chance. Stinky Fish Tea definitely says, give him another chance. Yeah, I've got the references. Give him another chance. Stinky Fish Tea, somebody that's pragmatic, practical, very, very supportive, very, very loyal is coming through. And this is going to be coming through as a blend. Now, this king would be King of Pentacles. So you're getting Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. You've also got this one, these kings coming in. You get the water, you get the seed, you get this energy coming through. This is somebody that knows what they're doing, very harmonic, knows how to do it without being overly emotional, flashy. I would avoid anybody that is Leo energy, anybody fire sign energy. I would avoid that right now because these two are coming through as very much as the right kind of masculine energy for you coming through. Really, really interesting. Anything else? No, that's it. That's complete. Yeah, she shoots, she scores. Take your time. Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot of information coming through. Very, very different. Yeah, sorry I got teary there. I haven't seen Mac in years and years and years. Well, I've seen him here, but obviously he's passed on. So the last time I saw him living was probably in the 90s. So yeah, maybe early 2000s. So yeah. Yeah, that was a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful read. All right, let me get some water. We'll see what else is going on. Okay. Get some water, and I think that we're good. Let me know what's coming next. List is clear. Okay, I wanted to do the 3-card pull, and we'll do the fire signs since I gave them a little bit of a bum rap. We'll do a 3-card pull for just fire signs. If you've got fire signs around you, siblings, friends, whatever, FYI. I did the water. I want to do the fire, and I think we are going to go Soul Spark Tarot for that. I'm so glad you caught me too, Sparrow. So good. Yeah, I'm usually on Mondays and Wednesdays, and Phil's going to be on with me on Thursday night. Tomorrow, sometime between 6 and 8, we'll hop on and we'll do a show. So that's what we'll do. You are so welcome, Becca Bell. So welcome. So, so welcome. All right. For the fire signs, just for those that are Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, fire signs, any 3-card message that we need to be aware of for those that are fire signs in our lives, or if we have that as our sun, moon, rising, whatever. Fire signs are going through it right now, guys. Be patient with them. They're feeling a little bit stuck, a little bit lost, and a little bit almost persecuted right now. Like, they aren't getting the rest they need. They aren't getting the sleep they need. They really are, like, you got the 8 and Knight of Swords here, and what's in the middle? They're filling out in the cold. Fire signs are going through it. Be patient with your fire sign friends right now. They need a little extra love. Their brain is having trouble wrapping around what's limiting their beliefs and what's going forward for them and how they can get out of it. They definitely need more rest, and they're feeling just lost, odd man out. They're stuck on a battlefield that's an old battlefield, and they need to get off of it. And this is what they don't understand yet. You got to let the battlefield be in the past, and they aren't understanding that. That's what's going on. Yeah, it feels like that's what's the message that's come through for the fire signs, and that's what's going on with this. So that's what I've got. Hey there, Emily. How much longer am I going to be on? I don't know. Whatever I feel like. No worry right now, Emily. No worry. So I'll be on for a bit. So if you want to get on the list, I'll stay on for you, honey. So yeah, I've done a few of the 3-card pulls. I did the fire signs and the water signs, and we'll take a look. We'll do the other. Why not do the earth and the air also? We'll do those as just like the 3 cards for right now. We'll see what's going on. For the earth. Okay, we're getting the elemental something. It's from Taroteca Studios, the ones that did Dark Mansion, but it looks completely different. Sparrow, paid for a mini via PayPal. Okay, Sparrow, put your question, Tara Lynn, and we'll get that in a minute. I'm going to pull 3 real quick for the earth signs. Whoa, they're right there. They wanted to pop right out. We'll see what's going on with that, and then we'll dive into yours. Earth signs. Look what's going on. Earth signs. Something that you are too attached to, you need to let go of or take the chains off. If you want to do chain breaking moves, you have to first acknowledge where the chain is. What is weighing you down, feeling heavy on you? That's challenging. And 5 of Wands, it feels like competition and comparison is giving you this heavy weighed down feelings. This is the work right now to understand that competition and conflict isn't where it's at. The earth sign is asking to get a little bit more grounded. The devil energy of past. Yeah, the competition and conflict of the past is just ridiculous. Yeah, get out of the rough waters. Head towards the peace. This is huge for you. Huge. Oh, acknowledgement is so important. Yeah. Understanding that this comparison, conflict, all this energy is just heavy. And let's just take it off and do the work that we came here to do. Head towards what it is that is your peaceful waters. Head towards that. That's for the earth signs. That's what I've got. That feels very complete. And this one, this tells us we know better. We know better. That's what's telling us. All right. That's what I've got on that. Okay, for Tara Lynn. So if you put your question in the chat, Sparrow, I will take a look at that, and I'm happy to do that. Let's see what we got here. For a mini via PayPal for Tarot Lynn. And sometimes I can see the questions on some of them and sometimes not, but I'm not seeing it. So if you just put, it just says tarot. I see the payment, but just a general. Okay, gotcha, honey. Gotcha. All right. Well, okay. We're going to go to the Everyday Witch Tarot from Deborah Blake for you for just the general. This is one of my favorites. It took me forever to buy this deck, and then I had to get a couple more. I love this deck. Everyday Witch for Tarot Lynn for the general. It could be set up like the 10 that I've set before, but I'm setting it up in the style of the Celtic Cross. It feels like there's something about that shaping that needs to be there. So we're going to go with this one. It is a great deck. It's a really good one. All right, what do we got here? Why do we have this chunk? Okay. What it's showing me is you're on your way to your own control of the kingdom, is what I'm getting. To your own sovereignty. The Emperor is the outcome card, but you're starting over here with the Seven of Pentacles crossed by the Seven of Swords. So you're evaluating the fruits of the labor. That's in the position of you now. And the challenge is priorities. This is Sneaky Pete the Thief. This is learning to cover your ass. This is learning to take what you need to take, travel light, but don't let people take from you. This is also a card that cautions us against self-sabotage. So evaluate, but don't take forever doing so. There is action required. Below and above, we have the Seven of Wands in the below and the Four of Wands above. Subconscious, conscious, right? The victory and how we move forward and how we celebrate. And what's challenging this? Where are the boundaries at? Where are we having the fights? Are we defending too much? Are we too defensive? Where is the Four of Wands energy? Where is the harmonic? I want the second deck for that. Where's the harmonic on this? Same deck, second deck. It's having me shift down here. This needs to be conquered first. What is this boundary about that needs to be conquered before the harmonic is allowed to be released? Okay. The Queen of Cups. Now, she is the most compassionate of the queens. She is also the one that holds her cup, holds her lamp, and dreams her dream again. She remembers something about the love lost in the past. And sometimes she can be reflecting on that forever and ever and ever. It doesn't need to be that way. It needs to be reflected upon and then moved forward. Now, if we look at this, if you want what it is that's going forward, you got to take the drama out of it a little bit. This is what's coming up here. This is the challenge that gets the harmony there. Yeah. You know, sometimes we get these things where we've been victim or villain, or we feel like we got the wrong end of the stick, or we feel like somebody done us wrong, whatever it is. And it feels like that there's a little bit of drama going on in a big way where you feel like this was not fair. This was a ripoff. This wasn't fair. It feels like unfair. You can't get lost in the fairness of it. You just lost your mother last week. I'm so sorry, your mother-in-law. So sorry. The timing of this feels like really not good, not right. It feels like somebody is feeling ripped off. And if you've just lost somebody that is that close to family, whether it's mother-in-law or other family, but for you it was mother-in-law, it feels like they got plucked out of time and space and you wanted more time with them, and it feels unfair. You can be in this space of victim. You can be in this space of mad energy, but don't be lost in the reflection of it. Grief will come up in strange ways. It doesn't happen all at once. It will, you think you've grieved something and then it'll come and catch you again and again. Allow yourself to move through it, to feel whatever it is you're feeling. And if you need to set it aside for a bit and then let it come back and visit again, then do that. But it's not something that you need to be swallowed up by. Now, in the recent past, this feels like out in the cold, lost. Now, if you see this one, you can see that they really are looking for some support somewhere, but they feel out in the cold. They're in the snow. They're on their own. It feels like issues of abandonment will come up, not just from the past, not just from this incident, but from long ago. And it feels like that this will be something that you get to encounter again and again and again. It feels like this lesson is not going to be completed for a while, so don't worry that it is not complete. You aren't as out in the cold or as alone as you feel. You're not lacking, you are enough. And this issue of abandonment that comes through and presents at a time like this would make sense that it would come through. It doesn't need to be nursed, it needs to be looked at. It doesn't need to be, you don't wallow in this grief, okay? You honor what it is that's come before in order that you might move forward. Okay, over here, near future, we've got the Knight of Pentacles coming up. This is the one that the Knight of Pentacles is different than the Page. The Page usually holds this stance and is holding the coin and, like I say, go be Batman. The Knight is the one that's ready to do it, but he's prepared. And usually you see him riding the big kind of Budweiser Clydesdale type of looking horse. He's got the workhorse. He goes where there is value and he is prepared. So this is getting things in a time frame that needs to be, walking through the threshold in harmony. This is synchronistic time. This is moving through something and being prepared to move forward. I want to look a little bit further what's going on between this. What else do you need to know to go forward? There still needs to be room for celebration, and this is really early to feel like saying this, but there still needs to be room for celebration, for joy, for momentum, for life to move forward. It's not that somebody would just say somebody has passed away and just move on to move on. No, no. It feels like move forward and be supported in this, and know that any of our ancestors or any of our family, when they've crossed over, we can talk with them and they're closer than we realize a lot of the time. And they have more ability to assist us, to aid us, to be more present than they did when they were here, when they're on the other side. They have an enhanced ability to be with us and help us from the other side. And I think that that doesn't get enough mention sometimes. All right. Whoa. Okay. All right. What is going on here? Oh, okay. All right. There's this where you're sitting on tight to something, and this is like sometimes the card of the miser, holding too tightly, protected heart too tightly. This is saying throw it to the wind, throw it to the wind. This is the World card. A completion has happened. Soul contract and understanding, heart's desire and choice of union. Understood, understood. You will be moving forward and you're ready. You can't hold on too tight. There will come a time when you're ready to get up and move forward. There will come a time where you throw it to the wind and you're ready to move forward, ready to move forward, ready to move forward and cross through that next portal. This is also a crossing of the threshold. So this is what's going on. And then the Lover's card, this union that's moving forward, this union that is a soul contract thing, that is a coming together and a heart's desire being honored in order to carry the day, in order to carry you forward. Now here, Ace of Cups in the present. This is you in the position of now. This is the big cup. This is questing the grail. This is when the universe is offering spirit, offering love, offering emotional fulfillment. And usually when we see the aces in tarot, like you usually see this with a big, huge cup and it's overflowing. Overflowing emotion is sometimes tears of joy and tears of sorrow all at the same time. But there is spiritual growth ready to be happening. There is overflow, abundance, nourishment, emotional growth, cathartic experiences. It's not just cathartic tears of one moment. It's cathartic experiences. Five of Swords. Oh, know about the cauldrons. Oh, know about this energy around here. Oh, know about what was defeated. Words said and unsaid. What can't be said and what can be said still can be said. This is usually the card of defeat, of battles, of what people might argue for just to be right in the situation. And sometimes it's leaving the battlefield. But the words still can be said. The closure can be had on certain things. And these, if you've created a mess for yourself, if you've created a brew that isn't working out, it's not the end of the world. It is okay to move forward from that. Can be done easily enough. Let the catharsis happen. Let the healing happen. I'm getting the word catalyst. It is as if that this is to act as a catalyst in whatever the relationship needs to move forward, and it feels like the lover's relationship, this acts as a catalyst for growth. This is what's coming through. Star card here on the 17. This is giving me something that it usually doesn't get, but this is giving me a sense of true north. The Judgment card, that comes in easily enough, but also it's giving me the Ace of Swords, which tells me this confusion that comes through here, you'll pull the one thing that you need from the 5. You'll pull the one thing that you need for the emotional truth and the truth to actually be carried forward. This is what's coming forward here. I don't usually get that, but that is what I get, and sometimes it takes about a year. So just understand that that's coming through. Emperor here. This is having sovereignty over your own kingdom, setting it up again, creating the plan, looking at the map again, looking at what it is you want to establish, setting up what is the rules, what is the perimeters, what is the boundaries, understanding what it is that you want to have for your realm. Now, what else do we have here? Clarifiers for the outcome, please. Okay. This is asking you to follow your own inspiration, see the lay of the land, and this one is your inspiration needs to be the lead going forward. This is your reading. This is for you. Even though it's coming up in the masculine, in the very strong leader, this one is the closest to the Emperor. You're not getting the Empress and the Queen of Pentacles. Those are the ones that are really close to me for the Empress. You're getting Emperor and King of Wands. It's saying you need to lead, you need to inspire, you need to stand the structure. You're now the matriarch of the family. Yeah. This is where you are going to set up whatever the terms are. You're going to understand this is how the rules need to go, and you don't have to be rigid about it, but you need it to be ducks in a row. This is how it's going to go. You need to take the reins on this one, is what I'm getting here. Then we have the 8 of Coins and the Queen of Swords. 8 of Coins is the one that knows the work, knows what to do, and it comes second nature. This, now that you're stepping into this matriarchal role, you will get reinforcements from the other side. You will get inspiration. You need to honor the nudge. You need to honor the energy that leads you forward. You need to really, really honor that. As this comes forward, your work that you are meant to do, and if you need to delegate, delegate. But the work that comes second nature to do and the things that are the tasks that are important, let them take priority. Then the Queen of Swords. Now, she's the one that sometimes says, cut the shit. She sometimes comes off as abrasive, but she is the one that knows and is right like 99% of the time. And what's in her hand? The Sword of Truth. This is something you are growing into. You have a sense of justice, of fairness, the sense of knowing how to sort through. You have wisdom coming in that will be added upon. Wisdom added upon as you go through this. This is the one that knows how to lead, knows how to command. She knows how to rule. She's very, very clear on this. And sometimes she's judged abrasive because she isn't emotional and she isn't like this Queen of Cups. These two together, best of friends, excellent companions, because the emotion that gets her all drama and the forthrightness and the abrasiveness and the logic that gets her like misunderstood, when they combine, best of friends. These are the energies that are going to harmonize for you going forward. This is huge for you. You need to allow yourself to step into the matriarchy, into this role, and allow the mantle to be on you. It will be there. There will be support. And this is the time where you set it up and don't expect that you're not going to make mistakes or that you're going to have it all perfectly. No, let go of that. Keep following what leads you to true north and you're going to do just fine. That's what I've got. That feels very, very complete. You are so welcome. Thank you so much. This all resonates so much. You are welcome, honey. You're going to step into it and you're going to do it just beautifully and just fine. I am sorry for your loss. I think what's coming ahead is going to be quite good. And sometimes we don't understand the timing of when people are, when they pass on. We don't understand the timing. So it's going to come in, but it feels like the mantle will be added. You'll understand how to wear that a little differently. Give yourself time. Allow yourself to just be in integrity as much as you can. Honor yourself as much as you can. And allow compassion and logic to lead. Not one over the other. The two together need to harmonize. That's what I've got. All right. I think that if the list is clear, I think then we probably can do the... What is the other element that we needed to do? We did fire, water, and earth. I guess we need to do the air element for the 3-card throw. And that will be it. That was wonderful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It's clear. Okay. So we will do a 3-card throw for the air element. and then we'll probably call it. But let's see. What is this one even called? I don't even know what this one is called. It's a Witch's Tarot. I don't know if it's the modern or what. It was a perfect reading. Oh, thanks. Finally, your sign. Yay. Air sign. 3-card throw. Let's see what's going on. Air signs. I don't think this is the Rebel Witch. I think that's another one. What is this one called? I'm not sure. Air sign. Boy, are you in the swords. I would say get out of your heads. Thank you for the gift. The 4 of Swords is saying take care of yourself. Take time to retreat. This is what needs to happen. It's something about the self-care needs to be in place first, and it shouldn't be rushed. And so if people are pounding on the door when you're in the self-care mode, you need to get yourself a little bit more of the time out. This is what's going. You'll be ready to suit up and charge forward in the world in your own good time. Get nice and pruny in here is what I'm getting. Take your time. Sit and be in your own stillness, in your own self-care. If that means you get to go to the spa, if it means you go get a massage, if you go get your nails done, if you go just take a break at the park and you're just listening to 30 minutes of whatever your music is. Whatever this self-care is, do it for yourself first. This feels like instructional more than anything else. Then you can charge into battle. Then you're ready to charge in. And why? Because there needs to be some reprieve from anxiety. Now, this one is the 9 of Swords, and usually this is the sleepless nights. It came in the reverse position. So if you want some of those swords down, if you want some of those cobwebs swept away, take care of yourself first and do it early in the day. This is what's coming through for the air energy. Don't be in your head. Be taking care of yourself first. Then move forward. Anything else on this? Yes. One more wants to come through. Justice. Things are going to balance. Trust karma's got the address on this. The balance is coming. Honor the truth of what it is that you need, you air signs, you. Honor the truth of it and then move forward in a balanced way. That's what's coming through. It will be all right. And it's not our job to figure out the karma or figure out the whys and what fors. Sometimes we just need to throw it out there and let the universe handle it, because the universe does a more efficient job of it. The universe will hand out karma as it needs to, and it handles it really, really well. So that's what I'm getting for the air signs. So that's what I've got, guys. All right. I think that that's probably it for today. So if you guys are good and if the list is clear, then I think I will call it a day. Phil will be home tonight, and I'll be on tomorrow night, somewhere between 6 and 8 with Phil. And we'll be doing a paid show. So that will be really fun, and we'll do it in the evening. So that's what I've got. You guys are so welcome. It makes sense for the air signs? Yeah, Beckaville, yeah, it does. You are welcome. Thank you for being here, guys. Thank you. Hey there, Steph. Much love to you. Mwah. And I will see you guys later. All right, take care, everybody.